Woo, man. Station, my brother.
Station.
What's up? Dude, I tell you, one thing I love just as much as that awesome intro, which awesome little clips you added this week too, man. I really enjoyed that. That awesome damn logo / thumbnail that Mike did for me. Dude, that shit, I love the colors on that. Yeah. So good. I really gotta see maybe I hit up JB or something, man, because I gotta change the back overlay. You know, like how it says Dylan's Comics above and then like the logos all around.
Yeah.
I need to change like some horror shit, bro. Because I don't have
I got a Mike sent your logo to me, just the logo, like with no background. So I can send that to you and you can play with it. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, bro. Well, dude, greetings everyone, man. This is
greetings and salutations.
Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck are we reviewing? They thought it was top horror comics this week, but Jay Strick could not make it. He had some stuff pop up, so it's gonna be postponed. We'll get back to you on when the horror comics review will be coming. Don't worry though, we got some dope shit. So next week, Stuart Gordon too, man. So that's gonna be that's gonna be a fun one, man. I'm getting prepared for that. I'll show you my sneak for one of my things that came in today, man. I told you Stuart Gordon was one I'm excited for, but
hell yeah,
we're here to review Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2, double feature night, because can't do a horror show without even mentioning double features.
Gotta have the double feature.
But just all in all, there's not much to talk about if we're only doing one. Honestly, I kind of wish we would have watched all three, but we kind of got hit with this short notice because we were planning on doing the horror comics.
I'm surprised they made it through two. I watched Transformers and both of these films all in like a 24-hour period. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Luckily, the Slumber Party Massacre movies are very short.
They're literally the same length as the Universal horror movies. They're like an hour and 15, man.
Dude, I mean, these are some really cool. Actually, one cool thing, these are Roger Corman flicks.
Yes, they are.
They're obviously the female trilogy. It's supposed to be the female trilogy, is what he called it, because all female women directed these films
and wrote the films,
crazy.
Right?
If you watch this, it's crazy. But Corman got women to direct some crazy shit. If you ever see Humanoids from the Deep, you'll know what the hell he got that chick to direct that shit. And if you see in the documentary, he said that he, like, when they went to the cutting room, he's like, yo, I need more, like, he's like, we're gonna get that R rating. I need more ass. I need more nudity and more kills. Like he was crazy, man. But it's a classic, man. I Roger Corman does some good ones. I wouldn't say this movie is a classic, I actually think the second one is more fun. I watched the second one a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, what's the one thing we usually talk about first? Oh, dude, I didn't have no horror news, I don't think.
Oh, I got you covered.
They dropped a little picture of Michael Myers, which I could probably pull that up. It's probably, oh yeah, I can find that. But what do we got this week, my brother?
Well, first of all, they released a new trailer for the Wrong Turn movie, right?
Did they?
Yeah, it came out a couple days ago. That was I haven't seen the first trailer, and I've only seen the first. I've only seen the first movie. Period. Right. I haven't seen any of the gajillion sequels, but I don't know. It seems like they're leaning into the trap idea and the idea of these crazy people out there. I don't know. The trailer didn't do anything to make me be like, I have to watch this movie, but it didn't do anything to make me go, I don't need to watch this movie. So I definitely actually plan on revisiting the original, which I think is a very underappreciated slasher film, because there's a lot of gore in that movie. And I think it kind of gets in Wrong Turn. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I hear the first three are really good. I hear the first three are really underrated, which I actually have seen the first two. I don't think I've seen the third one. I know I've seen the first two. I cannot recall seeing the third one. But there's actually 6 of them.
Yeah.
And now we're getting a remake, so.
Yeah, I guess it's a remake. And initially people thought it was like part 7 and it was going to be like called The Foundation, but now it's just Wrong Turn. I don't know. I'm not a connoisseur of the Wrong Turn franchise at all. But as I say in my weekly pop culture wrap up tomorrow morning,
I mean, dude, it's totally it's like 2 ripoffs. It's like, Hills Have Eyes meets like
Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Saw or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hillbilly Saw.
This one is like they're taking the Hills Have Eyes part out of it and they're adding like Saw elements because the bad guys are supposed to, like, they look normal in that in the new one, in the remake. So,
but we'll see. I guess we'll be talking about it, right? We'll watch it and we'll chat about it that week, I'm sure, when it releases here on Dylan's Horror Show. But I'm sure at some point you're going to insist that we do a franchise review, and I think that could be a fun thing. Just watch all the Wrong Turn movies and just see what we think.
Ooh.
Why not, bruh? Like, dude, commit to the bit. You get what I'm saying? Hashtag.
Yeah. Oh, we will. We'll trust me. There's gonna be committing to the bit. Trust me on that. You know what I picked up recently? I picked up a whole box set of all the Saw films for like $10. And if you don't know, I got DVDs of every copy too. So like literally, I think I got every Saw movie in a Blu-ray box for like $7.99 during Christmas.
I got those movies, I don't know how many.
That's why anything I get, I'm trying to get the entire thing. Like sometimes, like with Trent, I got all the Tremors movies. I know you don't like those, but there's certain things, but we will revisit those eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, but while we're on the discussion of saying Tremors, we have decided our 5th show. So next week will be Stuart Gordon. The 5th week, since it was supposed to be Slumber Party Massacre, but we switched it to this week because of hashtag damn Strickland or damn you Jay Strick. I don't know, but
damn you Jay Strick. Damn you Jay Strick.
Yeah. So the 5th one will be favorite creature features. And there will be plenty of double features on my list.
Double feature creature feature with Dylan. Of course.
Chilling with Dylan.
Because we chilling with Dylan. Chill with Dylan. Chilling with Dylan. Chill with Dylan. And tonight we talking about the movie with the drilling because we chilling with Dylan. Ha ha. Another horror thing I want to mention. Item in the news this week.
Go ahead. I gotta salute the chat because I haven't said nothing about the chat.
Go ahead and salute the chat, and then I'll get to this other item of horror this week news I have. Station, everybody, by the way. PCP Army represent. Dylan's Horror Army represent. We got Chamorro. We just had Manuel on the PCP channel for a chat on Thursday. That was fantastic. This upcoming Thursday, we have David Andry, writer of Resonant, which is a survival horror comic. If you like Walking Dead, or even if you didn't, I would highly recommend Resonant. He's doing great work there.
Yeah. Is he?
Look at everybody in the chat.
I listened to your John Lee's one. That was a good one. I really enjoyed that. I was going to say, the dude is so awesome. I can't wait for what he's going to do. You can tell he's a huge horror fan like us.
Oh, yes. I was so excited to talk horror about him. That's why I was like, we got to, especially when he's ready to like really push the next bit of Sync, like have him on this show to talk about his favorite horror movies and Sync, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we can make it happen. The other bit of horror news I have is that Eli Roth's History of Horror was renewed for season 3. So I think that's cool. Yeah, I think it's a cool documentary, man. So
have you watched it?
Oh yeah, I've only watched the first half, I've only watched the first 3 episodes of season 2. I've watched all of season 1, but I haven't watched Witches and Onward.
Dude, since season 2 dropped, like I was just chilling. I don't know what happened. I think it came on after one of our shows, and I binged all of them that night, bro. I fucking love that show, bro.
Very nice.
I get into the documentary stuff, man. Like,
yeah, dude, I love that. I just Eli Roth is. I think he's done some really good horror films for his era. And I'm really excited because one of the shows we do plan on doing at some point is a focus on his career.
Oh yeah, and when I'm picking up the Green Inferno,
I still haven't seen it. I've never seen that one. So
have you seen Cannibal Holocaust?
The original OG one?
The OG one.
Yeah, back in like high school during the days of like I don't know if I appreciated it back then, or I don't know if it should be appreciated.
I recently watched it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but I don't appreciate the animal killing as much as I do appreciate what I've also seen Cannibal Ferox.
Okay,
and that is totally like a mock of what Cannibal Holocaust is. They're both good in their own way. Cannibal Ferox is way goofier, and you can just totally tell it's way more. It like feels more sleepaway camp film-esque. You know what I mean? And if you get what I mean.
Well,
Cannibal Holocaust feels real, you know.
It does, but if you don't like animal killings, why are you so excited to talk about Stuart Gordon next week? He kills an animal in like a lot of his films, man.
I'm sure he does, man. But I'm saying I still
make sure to watch his Masters of Horror episodes too, young man, for next week.
Oh well, dude, season 2 is hard to find. I actually was gonna buy season 1.
It's all on Tubi, man. It's on Tubi.
No, they took season 2 off.
Oh damn!
A while ago, and I've been bummed. And you can't get season 2 anywhere. You can't get it. It's so annoying. I don't know why. Like, you can't get it. Like, you can get season 1 for $9.99 on DVD, but that's probably what I'm gonna have to get. But I can find a way to watch it. But his first one is the best.
Anyway, I'm really pumped for Eli Roth's History of Horror to be continued on. They say it's going to be debuting later this year. I'm assuming, of course, Halloween season, because that's the best time. He has a tremendous respect for the history of horror, and he has some great guests on there. So I'm really pumped for that. That's what I have for this week in horror news.
Nice. So for your what did you watch this week?
Well, I watched Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2.
Yeah, which we will be getting to very shortly.
But I did watch. I watched The Stuff. Larry Cohen, right?
Nice. You finally watched some Larry Cohen.
Yep, I watched The Stuff and I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And then I watched Society, and I decided that Society was so awesome that it's the Brian Usna film, right? And it's so awesome, as you were telling me, that it's the movie we're going to do on PCP Horror Fest this year to fuck Jay Strick up. So
I thought
damn you, Jay Strick, and he's going to say, damn you, Society. That movie's going to mess him up.
Teeth might mess him up more, though, but I agree. That's a good one.
We're going to do Teeth.
Well, I'll be there to review it, so I'm not jealous that I won't get to do it on my show, but I am Awesome. I am glad we're gonna get to mess Jay Strick up.
Yeah, Society was great. I really liked it. And the other one I watched this week was I watched House, the original House. I watched the first one. I like the second one better. I plan on watching that one soon. And also, as far as
you do like the second one better, I do. Read it yet.
And as far as horror consummation goes, this I Breathed a Body was one of my favorite horror things that I consumed this week.
I actually had it on my poll. I totally couldn't. I couldn't remember if I had it on there. When you mentioned the Hellraiser stuff, I remember seeing that when I was reading the previews that there was like something that had like that, and I wouldn't pass that up, but you never know. And luckily I had it. But luckily my shop actually had a couple extra copies. I was surprised. But were you able to grab those 2 copies of Haha for me?
Yeah, man. But that's a weird stretch. We're live. We're on a show. What are you doing?
Hey.
You're unprofessional, Dylan. I don't know, man. Why did I sign up for this? Who signed me up for this? Which one of y'all?
I have, but
my Zords.
I didn't read Bite Size 2 yet, but
yeah, it's good. I liked it. It's fine. It's like a Gremlins thing.
Yeah. The shit. What did I watch this week? Man, I'll tell you, bro. There's this show called Holliston that I love, man, and it's basically a sitcom, like your average sitcom, but instead, imagine 2 best friends living in their apartment, having no money to pay rent, trying to make a low-budget horror film or a mock-up trailer to get funding for, their low-budget horror film, and, basically being in a sitcom world, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a sitcom, but it's in the world of, like, horror fans.
Yeah.
And I just love it, man. Adam Green plays the one guy. Joe Lynch plays the other guy, who is the director of Wrong Turn 2 and that movie Mayhem with Steven Yeun, I think is his name, from Walking Dead. The guy who gets his head bashed in, the Asian character.
Okay.
Glenn, yep. But yeah, I absolutely love that show, man. Like, that's another one. I told you, man. We will be doing something on Adam Green or the Hatchet franchise.
Man, I guess we're gonna have to do it. Watch all the damn Hatchet. How many are there now? Hatchet films?
4, bro, and they're short. They're like an hour and 15.
Don't act so offended, okay? Please don't act so offended.
Hey, I'm gonna, because it's Adam Green. I'm gonna support the younger generation, bro. I don't gotta back up the OGs because they're OGs, but that's this generation. You're always dogging on. Yeah, I'm surprised you gave Eli Roth credit, man. I thought you were gonna dog him.
Bro, whatever. You're like, I'm always dogging on modern horror directors. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You don't like Rob Zombie. That's the only one you've ever dogged on.
Rob Zombie, I like as a musician. Just say that.
I'm just kidding, man. But I like Rob Zombie, though. But I don't really like his Halloween series. I told you, I like House of a Thousand Corpses. That's probably, and then Devil's Rejects is good, but it's not a horror film to me. And 3 from Hell is actually pretty good too. A lot of people hate on it, but I think it's pretty good.
I haven't seen that one.
There's this one. It's all about witches. It's got Dee Wallace in it, and it's got his wife, and I forget Salem. It's like Salem something, and that one's really good. But that show Holliston that I was saying is really fun, bro. It's only 2 seasons too. You should check it out sometime, Robbie. But you don't got Shudder, and that's the only place. How did you watch History of Horror?
Bro, AMC, man, it's on AMC. Just put the AMC app.
If you have the AMC app is connected through Shudder, bro. So
it's connected through cable, brother. Like
Jesus. You got a cable. Oh, I use a Fire Stick, bro.
I got a cable password.
I use a Fire Stick. Jeez.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just saying. I watch what I watch when I can, and what I do, and I do what I can.
Hey,
watch what I do. I do what I do.
You do what you want.
Yeah, man.
No rush. I'm just saying one day.
Because the retro's on the move.
What else did I watch? I told you that was last week. I watched Cellar Dweller.
I like how unprepared Dylan is tonight.
I watched the first episode of Tremors, and there was actually going to be a new TV show, but it got with Kevin Bacon, and there was a pilot, but somehow it got canceled. I was bummed about that, but so there's an old show, and it's got the Michael whatever or Burt Gummer, the original Burt Gummer, and basically it takes place episode 1 of season 1, which there's only one season. It takes place right after the third Tremors film, which is actually cool, and it's done by the writers and creators of Tremors, of all the original 4 movies. So it's done by the same creative team, and it's good continuity. So I'm actually kind of excited. I'm gonna probably dive into the Tremors series. I only watched the first episode though. I did watch WandaVision. That's not horror, but that one was good as hell.
It's got some creepy moments, right? Episode 3 was solid. I'm liking it, man. I don't see many people enjoying it, but I like it for what it is.
I see many people not enjoying it, honestly. To be honest, like people that aren't, film, like natives, or that respect film or the history of film, or just want to see crazy superhero stuff. But I was actually surprised. I was like, wow, it does seem to be getting a good pour out from the community because it's refreshing. It's different.
It's a nice tribute to the sitcoms growing up that we watched,
You want to know something that I watched that was freaking awesome? Big Trouble in Little China.
Hell yeah.
I got a bad migraine this week, man. And I was like, really, I was in bed for like a couple of days, and I was really shitty, man. And so when I get like that, man, I just throw on something that I can love to enjoy, like something to try to get my spirits up, once I'm feeling better, because it just puts me out, bro. Like I can't be in the light, I gotta be in the dark. So once I'm starting to feel better, and I put that on, I love that movie, bro. Kurt Russell is so good in that, bro.
You gonna do the review with us next week? You gonna do the review with us next week?
What review?
Big Trouble in Little China. That's what we're doing next week on PCP.
No, I had no idea. That's actually funny. I watched it. I watched that just myself. You didn't? I didn't know. I don't have the list.
I mean, I'll send you the screenshots, but don't worry about it.
But I'll be there
right now.
I'll be there. But
yeah, Friday night it was the winner of the PCP movie poll, man. It was the winner of the poll.
Yeah. What?
It's the winner of the
poll. I think I do remember, but I swear we reviewed this already. I could be wrong.
We didn't do Big Trouble. And also the latest, by the way, the latest PCP Army movie poll is up. It's the PCP Army March Madness edition. So we got the March Madness lineup settled, but we need your help for the PCP Army movie poll. It's up in the PCP Army right now, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. The winner right now, the lead, and it still has a week to go, but the lead right now is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And in second place is Lawnmower Man. And in third place is Dr. Sleep.
I don't know if I could make it to Lawnmower Man. I actually would like it to. I'd actually maybe.
Bro, if I can watch Slumber Party Massacre 2 for you, you can watch Lawnmower Man for me.
I actually think I would like to give it a shot, though, and watch it, because it's been years. Like, the last time I watched that was when I watched every single, when I was younger, during the summer, I'd stay at my grandparents' house, and one time, me and my uncle, I was really into the Stephen King novels. I was really into some of the movies. I'd seen, the big ones, Salem's Lot, The Shining. I'd seen a lot of them, and I wanted to see all of them, and me and my uncle started tracking them down at video stores. This was when we had the VHSs and I think they had DVDs at the time, but I remember we were watching VHSs too, because I remember we had, a lot of the Stephen King ones were VHSs at least, because there's the TV, I remember we rented Red Rose and stuff, and those were 3 VHSs, legit, or at least 2. But I tracked all those down, man, and there was I forget where the hell I was going with that story, man, but there was some good I can't believe I just totally screwed that up. But
I don't know what you're talking about, but I gotta go take a whiz, man. before we get into the movie review here.
What did you just say? Nothing. I'll probably try to figure out if I can think of it, but I want to show this new picture that dropped for Halloween.
Do it.
Oh man, what the hell? I'm kind of bummed, man. I just totally lost my damn train of thought. Oh yeah, I was talking about the lawnmower, man. That's the last time I seen that shit. Was when I was watching all those Stephen King movies with my grandpa or my uncle, and we watched all of them. Dude, I literally fell asleep. So I think I had a headache when I first watched Red Rose, and I fell asleep, woke up, and my uncle was still watching that shit, bro. We watched Tommy. We watched all of them, bro. Like, it was fun, bro. Hey, what's up, Mike? Good to see you, my brother. But, yeah, what else did I watch this week? I honestly feel like I watched a lot of the same stuff this week, like Holliston. I watched Big Trouble in Little China like 3 times. I watched Slumber Party 1 and 2. Yo, what up, C3?
Station.
Oh, there's another one I did watch, but I'm gonna save it for for show and tell, for that story to talk. I don't think. Yeah, I feel like I really, because of my headache, I watched just Big Trouble in Little China. I'm gonna save the one for later, and then Holliston, and then the Slumber Party movies.
Nice.
Some good stuff, but I didn't get to watch as much as I would have liked. My migraine really screwed me up, man.
It's a good excuse. I watched more this week. I'm going to take that as a win.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Right now, we're this is the 3rd episode, so we're 2-1. That's my first victory against you on most horror watch.
Well, I probably, by the time I'm gonna watch like 2 movies tonight, so I'll probably beat you out.
Whatever. Just saying, it doesn't count right now.
I'll let you have it.
Thank you. Just let me have it.
Dude, you know what's a good price on a Blu-ray right now? Big Trouble in Little China, $15.99 or $14.
Yeah, I already have it, man.
I know you have that. I got it because you reminded me.
Yeah, because I was telling you that we were doing it on the movie review for PCP, which you apparently have forgotten that I mentioned that to you.
Dude, it's so funny that I just got it today too. Like, that's funny. Shocker is $16.79 right now. People Under the Stairs is $13.99, which Maniac Cop $12.58. I'm gonna probably get that, honestly.
Seen a lot of people getting that in my movie groups on social media.
I'm gonna get that one because it's a Larry Cohen film, Bruce Campbell, Tom Atkins, and I actually been get that one out of the way for cheap because 2 and 3 are from Blue Underground. The first one's from Synops, and the 2 and 3 are like 20 to 30 usually. So might as well get that one for less than 15 while you can.
You might as well,
because it's 50% off right now.
50% off ain't nothing to sneeze at.
All right, so let's get on with the Slumber Party review. What do you think since you got your pee break, what was your overall thoughts on Slumber Party Massacre 1? We will be doing 2 separate reviews for each film.
Yeah. Honestly, my first thought is that this movie made me uncomfortable. So I bought the movie because I just knew of the history of Slumber Party Massacre. And so,
are you glad you bought it?
Yeah. Yes. I would say I'm glad I bought it, but it's not something I'm going to visit a lot. I did like it. There are moments of it I really enjoyed. I think it's actually a really underappreciated slasher film. What makes you uncomfortable is it's not that it's got a lot of nudity in it, right? So like there's plenty of slasher films that
make me feel uncomfortable at all.
Right? But the way that the camera lingers on it is so uncomfortable. But the kills are pretty cool. I think that this dude Russ, the driller killer, is an undervalued slasher character in the 80s that didn't really have a chance to go beyond. He had an iconic weapon. I like how there's obviously this thematic representation of it's basically his dick, and it even gets chopped off. And the guy that played him was very method. So I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't super great. But one thing I thought was amazing about this film was the music. I think it's Ralph Jones. I was really enamored with the music in this film. So overall, I did enjoy it to a point. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I could agree. I still will buy it because it is a good movie. It is a fun movie. It's a bummer that you can't get 2 and 3. It's a short movie. It's not like this movie is really delayed. They're really like a quick hour 10. I think yeah, hour 10 and then 5 minutes with the credits or something. But this movie, you're either gonna love or hate the girls, and I feel like the more you watch it, the more you'll start to like the girls, and you kind of feel for them. And it's kind of if a girl's just hung out one night and there was a crazy killer on the loose, and they're having a slumber party, and a killer starts picking them off one by one. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times. But it has a sort of realism to it in a way.
It does.
And it also had, to me, man, is it just weird, but doesn't it feel like a Hammer slasher in a way? Like, I don't know if that's even a thing, but doesn't it have like that Hammer-esque feel to it in a way?
Definitely, because Corman, first of all, is a director of the old school horror. Yeah. And he obviously has been influenced by Hammer. I mean, and the cool thing is that Corman made the careers of many people, including Amy Holden Jones, who was the director of this film. Now, Amy actually turned down, because at the time she was an editor, right? But she wanted to direct. And most people, when they wanted to direct at that time, you go and you do a movie with Roger Corman. Literally, Martin Scorsese did that. Joe Dante.
They say do like 3 movies, work on 3 movies with him, and he'll give you a movie.
Scorsese did Boxcar Bertha there, and she worked with Scorsese. She was Scorsese's assistant on Taxi Driver, right? So between that, and then she had a good relationship with Joe Dante, and she took one of these scripts, and the script was written by Rita Mae Brown, and the script is way different than what got produced.
Yeah, she like picked like 3 scenes out of it that she thought that she really loved or something, and then the rest is just like whatever, like her is like that she came up off the cusp. Like she only took 3 scenes, I believe, out of it. Like it's something weird. Like she's like, I got these 3 scenes, and that was that. She's like, I don't need nothing else. Like that was just what she picked.
Yeah, right. She put up $1,000 and she filmed like the opening bits of this one script, and gave it to Corman, and I think Joe Dante gave her some of the music tracks from Howling to use in it or whatever. And so they were all very supportive of her. And Corman like asked her, he's like, how much did you spend making this? And she goes, $1,000. And he goes, you got a future in this industry. And then she thought that was just an audition to do something else, something she would be more passionate about. But in fact, he just wanted her to complete this movie. Right. Yeah. And, but I actually think, because Rita Mae Brown wrote this as a feminist satirical look at slasher films, right? Now, in order to get the movie produced, Corman always threw in a lot of TNA and shit like that, right? A lot of gratuitous stuff. Yeah. That's what he did, and she understood that. And she said in the documentary on the Shout or the Scream Factory, right?
Yeah.
She said that,
I don't even know how I know all the stuff about this right now, because I
she,
know I've seen something, but I can't remember what. Because
yeah,
I know
but she said that, she knew that she had to do that in order to get the movie made, but it does still have like, I really like it's first of all, she always describes it as a horror comedy, right? But I don't think it's as funny as they intend it to be.
Yeah.
I think it's unintentionally funny at times. But I really do think that there's a nice subtext there.
It's not super funny to me, though, to be honest. It's not really super funny.
I don't think it's super funny. I think the second one is. We'll talk about that. But the first one, I think, is more. You were talking about that realistic nature. That's a. I forget the term.
The first one.
I forget the term, but there's this term for like making film like unabashedly realistic. Like, and Scorsese kind of did that in the 70s, right? And so that's something that Amy brought into this film. So I think stylistically it's there. The idea, the basic point of this movie is it's about a woman's fear of losing her virginity, right? I mean, that's literally what it is, right? So, and there's a lot of elements to that, and I think it actually has some nice subtextual content wrapped around this. Just let's sell this movie because it's got a lot of TNA and chicks getting cut up, right? Drilled up.
Yeah, I honestly, because I've seen this one a few times, and I always thought it was like, I was like, oh, it's okay. And I kind of would always, sometimes you hear, like, when you see movies get these releases and you hear people talk about them, I've seen the second one the most, but you kind of like try and figure out, well, why do people like this movie, or what is it that they like? And I start, I pick up new things each time, or I start liking a character more and more. I'm like, oh, yeah. And I was starting to like a few of the girls a little bit more, like just as characters.
I like Valerie and Courtney a lot. Like, yeah, they're like, that's a really nice relationship. That's and it's unfortunate how they get wrapped up into this craziness.
Yeah, because you got the sleepover girls, and then you have like a subplot, and then you have like a side subplot with the gym coach, and then you have the one subplot with the younger girl who actually ended up being the main girl in the sequel, and then her older sister, and she's the older sister doesn't go over and hang out with them for some reason. I think she says not because she didn't get invited, but because she's got to watch her or something. But then everything's going down.
They're talking about inviting her, and the one chick is all being like super bitchy about it.
Yeah,
and she overhears it, right? She's like,
"That's it. Yep.
I don't want to be with fake people over there."
Yeah, but then so while everything's going on, and
it's got an element almost of final chapter, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like Friday 13th final chapter, where a lot of the action also takes place in the house next door.
Oh yeah, and they're kind of and they're watching from afar and stuff, and they're like, I don't know, it seems pretty quiet, but
and that's one of my favorite scenes takes place with them is the refrigerator when she's opening.
Yeah. Because I like that too, because it does add something to the story, and it adds more to it, because I feel like most of the time it would have just been them straight up in the house and that's it, and it would have been very, very small, like just everything in that house and maybe some stuff outside of the house, but that they did that too, and then they added on the teacher being worried about them, like the teacher's so hot for the one. The one star, or the girl who's having the sleepover, and then you also got the neighbor too. So there's some good things going for this. I honestly liked it the best. Watching it this last time, honestly, I think I liked it more than I ever have this first one. I honestly it was. I'd rather get to. I'll wait for it for when we talk about the second one, because I have said that I usually the second one is my go-to, but I honestly am because I've seen the second one so much, but the first one I like it a lot more, and I'm excited to see the third one because that one goes back to more the roots of the first one. It's nothing like the second one, obviously. The second one is
incredibly gratuitous, right?
Yeah.
One thing I love about this movie is that it does not waste any time. man, they're like, it's going to be tits and ass, and it's going to be girls getting slaughtered at a slumber party. They're going to be pigging out on junk food. They're going to be doing giggly girl things. They're going to be like stripping down next to each other, I guess, like women fucking do. No, they don't, probably. And you got the dudes that are introduced too, and that's an interesting aspect. If you think about this movie's kind of an inversion on the cast. So you get mostly a cast of women, right?
Yeah.
And then you have these two ditzy dudes that show up, and like they become kind of cannon fodder. So that's interesting, but the movie never lets up. It starts, the first kills within the first 5 minutes.
It is literally when the two guys are trying to flirt with that paint lady or the electrician lady or whatever she is. Forget. Yeah. But that's so funny.
Like Fable, right? Or something.
I forget what she was doing. But Fable, like the little sister, was thirsty to crash the party.
She was. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, she was. That one is funny though. But yeah, I think you're right about that, man. It does just straight up go like from the moment that kid they throw the paper and then you just see killer escaped. You know what I'm saying? Killer whatever escaped. And you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's going. But then do you wonder does anybody in town actually know what the fuck is going on? Do they know that because they never acknowledge that they know somebody was it until it starts happening.
Yeah, maybe that would be a more suspenseful thing if they actually,
like people were scared, and then it would kind of make sense that they're doing the sleepover because I don't want to be alone. Let's have a sleepover and let's all be together so we're not alone. While the kill, or we're not leaving our friend alone since our parents are out of town. You know what I'm saying? It would kind of make better for the story, but they never really acknowledge any of that. So I was like,
the only reason why we're having a slumber party is because it's a male fantasy.
Yeah.
To like peek in the window on a girl's slumber party and they're pillow fighting topless. They literally do that scene in part 2.
Yeah. But not as good as they could have in the first one. The second one disappoints me in ways.
In those ways, I get you. Yeah. I don't know, man. I have a different opinion about that. I actually, we'll get into it. We're gonna be weird stretching tonight, Dylan. We're gonna be tiptoeing around like basically what nudity we like the best.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? How about this? How about the dude? It's Michael Vallela, dude. That guy who plays the driller killer, Russ, whatever, right? That dude is freaking awesome in this movie. Do you know about his peacock thing?
No.
So he's a method actor, right? So he didn't meet any of the girls at all. Like he never like hung out with them until after he actually did the scene where he kills them. Then he would chill with them offset, right? But until then, like, and he was always in the shadows. He's a method actor.
Yeah. I know what a method actor is.
Like this thing method actors do. It's like
an sorority house massacre too. So he was also not just Slumber Party Massacre. He was a sorority house massacre. Wow.
That one too.
That it says he's in sorority house massacre too.
So he does this. They do this thing sometimes where you model your movements after an animal. And he modeled his movements in this movie after.
Yeah. Oh, see, well, I don't see. I probably just saw some parts of the documentary. That's why I got to get the Blu-ray so I can get in on that.
It's cheap right now, bro. You better get it right now because, that double feature of 2 and 3 is like $150, $200 right now. I can't believe that. Amazon Prime has 1 and 2 available. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it.
You know how much 2 and 3 a sleepaway camp is? It's like $80 to $100 a piece.
Well, I think Amazon Prime has those ones too, though.
Nope, they took it off. You can only watch it on Tubi or Tubi, but at least you can watch it. But
get this one while it's available because it's cheap right now, man.
Oh, I'm gonna. That's why I was like, damn, I was gonna get it for the review. That's why sometimes I like when we do reviews because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this for the review.
It's a nice. It's got a nice documentary on it.
Watch behind the scenes, so then we have more to talk about. Like we get more detailed in it. Yeah, and I just like watching that stuff.
Can you tell that he's modeling himself after the peacock, like the way he's
walking, you say that,
and all that kind of stuff? And he's got that great moment at the end too, where he's like,
once he comes in the back, once he sneaks in their bedroom window.
Oh man, what about that moment where he just like lays down and like all like with a smile on his face and just lays down in the living room and falls asleep or whatever?
Yeah,
so weird.
And then when the girl like pulls it up and his eyes are just like, he's like, that was so
creepy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's good. That's
cool. Billy from Black Christmas, but he's creepy.
True that. But I know you want to talk about how great the music is in this.
Bruh, what is it? Is it Ralph Jones? Yeah, Ralph Jones. The music is great. That really took me by surprise watching this film is how good the music is, because it's got this quality of this like gothic church organ, like Phantom of the Opera type thing, but it also feels very 80s and synth at times. That was the thing that impressed me the most about this movie, was how good that score is. And I've been listening to it on YouTube for the last couple nights. And it is really freaking good. So check it out. It's on YouTube. Ralph Jones, Slumber Party Massacre score. The music enhances what is kind of a subpar film that reaches a little bit and succeeds a little bit, but kind of falters at times. But it's just the way it is. But the music to me is up there with the classic scores that we always talk about, like Tangerine Dream's Near Dark, or Goblin's Suspiria, or John Harrison's Day of the Dead, or John Carpenter's Halloween. This is up there with me.
Oh, I love both. I love the music in both of these films, honestly.
Two's a little bit different.
Oh, totally different, but it's kind of crazy how different they are. But yeah, the first one, it seems a lot simpler, and it works. So, man, I like it. Like you said, man, you hit it on the nail with the organs, and it feels totally 80s. To me, it's just like hammers. They're going
because of the gothic feel of it, especially that organ that ties it even closer to those Hammer films.
Yeah,
it feels classic, and it's obviously exploitation, and it feels like that, but it also feels a little bit more refined because of that score, I think. But that's just
I'm looking high and low for From Beyond.
Gone, man. I've been trying too.
I told you guys to jump on him. Not you guys, because I didn't tell Scarphead, but I try to tell people's. I paid mine too much, bro. Paid like $30 for mine, but I could have got it. I knew I should have grabbed like a couple copies to sell, bro. I knew I should have. Like, I just didn't have the money at the time, but that had been such a smart. I could probably be banging those out for like $50 easy if I bought like 10 of them. Because at one point they were like, it went down, bro. They went so cheap, bro. I couldn't believe it. It was like $15, bro. I was like,
that's what happens.
I was like, fuck. And they
like
went.
The ones that are $15 right now will one day go away, and then so
that's why it's like, it scares me, bro, because like I try to get the movies I love, and there's just so much, because I'm like, oh, then there's this and there's that, and then I find something else is going out of print that I want, but I was like, oh, I didn't care, I didn't like need it right now, but I'm like, well, I don't want to have to go track it down when I really want to watch it or something, you know what I'm saying? And then, or get
that while it's cheap right now, brother.
Like Return of the Living Dead 3, it said on Amazon they were it's usually they'll say order soon but more on the way. When it says order soon but it doesn't say more on the way, that doesn't mean there's more coming, obviously. So I don't know if just that seller won't have any, but I want to get that before, because you never know, man. The Vestron releases, you never know what's gonna happen with those, because they're not putting out titles as much as Scream Factory and Arrow, so it's like they could just collapse any minute, Yeah,
no kidding.
But yeah, they're crying. If you've seen any of the Vestron, they're like really low. Like they just do the movies they've put out. You know what I'm saying? They haven't, like, they put out a lot of movies back in the day. They did a shit ton of the VHS direct to video and stuff, but now I think I'd probably say, man, they maybe only got like 20 Blu-rays out, maybe 25 or something. But then usually they're like 20 to 30, and the last two that came out, Shivers and Little Monsters, $10 a piece. I couldn't believe it.
I got Shivers.
Yep, me too. I don't think I want.
I got the Shivers.
Jim, what's up, my brother? But what is there anything else?
Talked about the music. We talked about we talked about the killer.
Yeah, I get it. If you want to, yeah, you talked about the killer. I don't know if there's any other characters you'd like to highlight. I probably I could hit my review on it, or I could hit my rating, or if there's any last mentions you want to talk about.
I mean, the girls were picked for what they could bring to the table.
There's some good ones in there.
There are, but I think the performances are valid. I think the best performance is the killer.
Yeah.
Valerie, cool. She's okay. She's a good performance.
Yeah. Okay.
The actress, unfortunately killed herself in 1996.
Shoot. Who?
The actress that played Valerie, the next neighbor, the final girl, basically.
Wow.
You find out went crazy insane in part 2. But yeah, I'm ready for the rating if you are, brother.
Is Valerie the one that was across the house with the older sister? That's the one I can't figure out. Or Valerie? Huh?
Valorie's the older sister. Courtney's the younger sister.
That's what I thought, Valerie. But see, that's what
Courtney's
I thought.
The one in part 2.
Who's the one that's hosting the sleepover?
I don't remember her name. It's let's see. That is.
There's a lot of these people.
Trish. I think that's Trish.
Oh, okay.
Michelle Michaels. I think that's Trish.
Yeah,
and Russ Thorne is the bad guy. Valerie is Valerie and Courtney. Yeah, Trish is the main one. I think she's the one that's like nude as soon as the movie fucking starts. Like as soon as it starts. What year was this? 82.
82. Yeah. 82. Yep.
This is why they did these movies. Okay, so. This movie cost $220,000 to make, and it was not a success, really, right? But it made $3.6 million. That's why they make these movies.
Yeah. If you make a movie for how much did they make it for? $1,000?
No. Well, the initial pitch was $1,000, but they made the movie for $220,000. But it made over $3 million.
That's still a good profit, though.
That's a big profit for somebody like Roger Corman.
And the thing is, they put out, Corman was putting out a shit ton of movies.
Yes, and he made a lot of careers, man.
And say if he put out 20 movies, all roughly around that price, and they all make around similar, maybe obviously some are less, some are more, but each one makes $1 million profit. That's still $20 million profit.
Yeah.
By the end. And I guarantee it was probably ended up being more than that, but that's just simple fucking math.
Well, they know how to. There were so many of these movies in the 80s because they were cheap to make and they made enough money. They made a lot of money for what they were, because let's be honest.
That's John, bro, is like giving them VHS, direct to video VHS. Like, what are you doing?
And let's be honest, bro. There's a certain type of person who goes and finds a movie called Slumber Party Massacre and says, I got to watch that one.
Right.
And that's, I guess, us.
Well, you might be thinking you're getting some really erotic shit if you're picking that up, like
check out
some erotic torture.
You got to go check out Vinegar Syndrome's website for that shit.
Yeah. I still got to order Beastmaster, man. I really want to get those before the site, because the site will close down sometimes. They're only open for a month or something.
When Joe gives me my $2,000, I'll get fucking Beastmaster. How about that?
Hey, whenever you want, that's on you, my man. I hear you though, man, because I feel you, bro. I mean, because if I buy some, I'm trying to spend I'm gonna have to. If I'm gonna buy Beastmaster, I might as well just get Fade to Black. I'm spending $7, and they're pricey
You gotta hit $75 to get free shipping there too, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, well, and of course my two.
What I'm thinking get Beastmaster.
Black is like 72, so you don't get the free shipping.
If you get them on the, here's the thing. I'm thinking about getting Beastmaster, getting Fade to Black, and then getting one of those weird like double feature peep show things.
They got like Hell Came to Frogtown.
I want one of those weird. I want to see one of those. And then
you want one of them with them.
I'm specking on that shit, man. I think it's going to go big on the aftermarket in a few years. You know these perverts. They'll pay any. That's why Slumber Party Massacre, the double feature Scream Factory 2 and 3 Blu-ray set. I found 2 listings on eBay. One went for one was like 150, the other was 200, and I was like, "You out of your goddamn mind." Because I want to see 3 now because we watched 1 and 2. Anyway, did you want to rate part 1?
Yeah, we can rate it. Let's do it.
Who first? Me?
Yes, sir.
3 you digs out of 5. 3. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I really like the music. To me, that elevates it a little bit. 2 or 3. It's obviously a little too lingery. I think I like a good
lingery,
but it's a little lingery. For me,
I like the lingering,
but that's okay. This is my rating, so I'm giving it a 3 because I think it's okay, and I think it's worth watching because what they're trying to do. I think they're literally trying to say something in this movie. I think it gets muddied up by the gratuity of the movie, but overall, I thought it was okay. So I'll give it a 3. You digs, and it's the music that hits it to 3 because it would be a 2.5. But that's average. I mean, that means to me it's a good slasher film, and actually I think an underappreciated slasher film. But it's not Friday the 13th. It's not The Burning. It's not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
It's not My Bloody Valentine. It's
I know you are, Scarphead. Scarphead, we gotta figure out what we gotta review when we hang out on the channel. I gotta figure out what you like so we can do something fun. I'm giving it a 2.5. I
gave it a higher rating than you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, before I would have gave it like a 2, and now I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I think I might, maybe a year from now I'll give it a 3, but I'm gonna be a little harsher because sometimes I feel like I'm a little too, just generous with my points,
especially on horror films. That's and
especially if it's a movie I watched when I was 5 years old or something, so. But it's a good movie, and I've actually like I said, I liked it more than I ever have. On my latest watching, and I think it's a fun one to watch. It's pure absolute garbage, and there's nothing better. It's a fun one, and I'm gonna definitely pick that copy up for cheap so I can check the documentary out.
Here's the question everybody wants you to answer, and I know you want to answer it. Who's the hottest chick in the movie? For me, it's that one. I don't remember her name, but she's the one that got her throat cut by the drill.
The black girl?
Yeah, she was.
She had some nice tatas.
I like it. My thing was she was gorgeous, and Dylan goes, she has nice tatas.
Garth is a monster person. So so what about creature features? I wonder if you'd be down for the creature feature next week. But man, I wonder I'd probably go the girl that they linger on on the butt scene when they're walking in the shower and then they just linger on the butt.
Trish, I think, right?
Maybe. No, that's not Trish. That's the main girl doing the party. I actually didn't think she had as nice a butt. That's why I think they linger on the other girl. I think she was like the blonde one, but
I'm so sorry that I went down this road, y'all. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You're the one who put some Slumber Party Massacre on the list.
You are right, bro. I cannot deny it, man. I was at a point in my life and I looked and I saw it. It was like $12, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, Slumber Party Massacre.
Right. It's like 12 with included tax.
No, it was just seriously. There's a part of me, man. I was at home alone.
Dude, bro.
I'm a almost 40-year-old man. I was watching Slumber Party Massacre, and I'm just like, I'm glad no one's judging me right now because I'm judging myself enough right now.
Like,
no, I enjoyed it, man. I like these sleazoid movies, and I thought this was a good one to throw in early on to make sure that people knew what they were getting into with Dylan's horror show.
It's good. Yo, it's good to be a man and just watch a sleazy movie like that.
You don't have to be a man. Plenty of women love watching sleazy movies.
That movie has a big. I guarantee that movie has a cult following from women. I guarantee it's directed by women.
It's got very pro-women themes in it, man.
Oh, that's Roger Corman's female trilogy. Yeah. I do enjoy this movie, man, and I look forward to going back to it over the times. It won't be one I revisit a lot, but I might revisit.
Twitch's got a good comment. He says it's really creepy when you think about these characters being in high school as you oogle the women. Yes.
They're like 22 when they were kids.
The actors themselves are not, obviously, but there is a point in the film where she goes, "Mom, I'm 18." I was like, "Oh, they threw that in there for a reason."
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you're not thinking you're looking at 17-year-olds.
So I gave it a 3. You gave it a 2.5. There you go.
Yep. So we're at a rating of 2.69, dude.
Hey, dudes. Yes. Yes.
What up, Kirby? So now we will get to a review for Slumber Party Massacre Part 2. The wild and there is something I'd like to mention with this movie. This is a totally twisted sequel. This is one of those sequels that goes above it and beyond and totally is nothing like the first one other than, I guess, the drill part, and that they somehow, I can't even believe, I'm surprised they even connected. I don't even know how they connect the system.
All right, bro. Let me tell you this. Do you remember Courtney, the young sister of Valerie, the next door neighbors?
Yeah.
That was opening the refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
She's the main character in part 2.
I know that. I'm saying, but who is this guy to her, though?
She's traumatized because she keeps reliving. Like, remember she was under the bed and the dude was walking by. They keep recreating that scene. Now, here's the thing about part 2, bro. I guess we'll get into this before we do overall, but like, is this real or is it a dream? This movie the sequel to me is heavily influenced by Nightmare on Elm Street.
Of course. Hell yeah.
Heavily. Like, what do you like? I get, what is it? A dream? Is it real?
It's like Nightmare on Elm Street meets Slumber Party Massacre meets Trick or Treat. Not Trick or Treat. I'm talking about Trick or Treat, the rock star. You know what I'm talking about?
Simmons, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, with the rocks, and that came out a year before this, and that's a huge cult movie, and I guarantee that had some following with those two guys in it.
We should do that for Halloween this year on Dylan's Horror Show.
Let's do it, bro. There's like a Blu-ray. Right. You can get like a region-free Blu-ray on eBay, bro, for like $20. We gotta get it. It's the only way you can watch it on Blu-ray because it's actually hard to get, but you can get it. It's like the
DVD was always cheap back in the day. It's
not cheap no more. It's out of print.
It's attractive quality too, man.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're gonna get the Blu-ray. It's like that Fright Night Part 2 one I got. It's like an Australian one or something, but it plays. So
I need a region-free player, man. I know.
I want to get a region-free one too. When you get a region-free one, that means you can just play anything? That means I could still play American ones in it, right?
Yeah, allegedly.
Oh, I hope. You would hook, because it's like, then you gotta have 2 Blu-rays. I would anyways. But I use my Xbox for my stuff, honestly, just because it's quicker. My Blu-rays.
Yeah, well, why are you always weird stretching on Skeleton Key, bruh? God damn. We're gonna have to do a How about this, Dylan? One day, you want to do a Skeleton Key review with Manuel from Tomorrow's?
I used to watch Skeleton Key. I actually enjoyed that movie. It's been a long time. One day
for a down week sometime when like maybe the Super Bowl or something. I don't know, when some big
we'll figure one day. We got time.
When no one's paying attention, we'll do a Skeleton Key review.
So what's your overall on Slumber Party Part 2?
I'm going to tell you this, man. I really like Slumber Party Massacre Part 2. Like, I really, really do. So I was watching, I've never seen this movie, ever. Never. I think I watched Slumber Party Massacre.
I didn't know if I
think I watched this initially in middle school from, like, me and some friends rented this on VHS or something, right?
I didn't know if I would get Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 again or what with you. So
I'm going to tell you this, man. I am fascinated by this movie. I am fascinated by trying to figure out, first of all, is this real? Is this all in her head? Is this some kind of supernatural dream entity that is somehow like a I
think it's all
god?
Like I think it's all in her head.
I think that too. It could be in a legitimate thought form that like coalesces out of her fear, right? Yeah. So that idea, just the ambiguous nature of it.
I really think that she could even really create this dude if she's that she's so scared of this guy that she manifests him almost. That's what I'm saying. Like
a thought form is created. That's how Freddy gets created. Do you get what I'm saying? This is literally her interpretation of her fear from the original killer in the first.
Dude, why is he so easy to kill at the end too? Because she's finally overcome her fear. You know what I'm saying? And then she stands up to him. But she doesn't, but she thinks she does that. And that's why I think they try to make you think that, but then they hit you at the end. But
here's the thing I like about Part 2, Dylan, is first of all, once again, directed and written by a woman, Deborah Brock, right? Mm-hmm. This one to me hits the satirical nature quicker. All right, first of all, I'm not saying I'm against nudity in film. I love it, right? We're doing Slumber Party Massacre, and like Dylan pointed out, this was my idea. 2 was his idea. There's only one scene of nudity in this film.
Yeah, 2 is my idea.
I enjoy that scene so much because, first of all, I thought that chick was rather cute. Secondly, it was a very weird and satirical moment where they literally are doing the slow, like the pillow fight.
Oh my god, that is so crazy.
Eating fucking junk food, and then one girl just like takes her top off, and everybody's like, "You're so crazy!" And
I'm so sticky with champagne. I'm so sticky.
But like, that's such a fun moment because it's like it's a moment that doesn't make you feel sleazy because it makes you feel like you're in on the joke. Do you get what I'm saying? Right. And I feel like I'm in on the joke. By the way, she was in New Beginning. She has a nice scene in that one too.
I knew she was familiar, man. I knew I recognized her.
So I thought that was fun, but the whole idea that it's basically Courtney who is traumatized by witnessing the events of the first film. It's either all in her head or it's this like demonic Freddy Krueger type presence that, I mean, even one of the characters is named Krueger in this film, right?
Yeah, and Voorhees. Right? Did you notice like when
Voorhees? Yeah.
When it was funny though that when she's calling the cop, I mean, obviously if the cop's name is that, but when I get like he's basically saying screw herself when the killer's coming for her, and she's like Officer Krueger, and I was like, did she just call I was like, and I looked in the credits, there was of Krueger and Voorhees.
Yes,
and I forget
they knew what they were doing, right? And I love the colors, the cinematography, and I know you want to do a whole bit about him, but I'm just going to say this, that the killer in this movie, or at least Courtney's personification of the killer, is ridiculous. And also, can I just say this? This is a fucking musical, okay? So this is a straight up musical. There are 3 musical numbers. The chicks are in a band. It's so cheesy. It's like that show California Dreamin'. Or California Dreams that used to come on after Saved by the Bell. It's like that, but in a fucking cheesy slasher film. And I fucking love it, man. I love this movie. It's so stupid. I love this movie. It's dumber than the first, but because it's dumber, I think it's making a better point. because I feel like it's gone into satire in part 2, 100%. The topless pillow fight.
And their dancing was just absolutely ridiculous. When they were like panning to all of them trying to do like their routine, and you could just totally tell they made that shit up like on the spot. And then when they show them dancing like one by one, and they're showing them like, you know, for like 5 seconds a piece, them just doing some like random shit, and like the main girl's like just doing like, I'm just like, it's so bad, like it's cringeworthy,
cheesy. It's so cringy and cheesy, and it's fucking awesome, man.
I love it. He's like, now I gotta go grab the Vaseline. Oh, I'll guarantee
make you feel weird.
There's a huge amount of slumber party videos that, like I said, I mean, even the guy who's in the first one, the killer, he's
talking about porn, bro.
Oh, there's gonna be there's
talking about pornography, man.
No, there's also horror too.
I didn't understand.
No, yeah, I'm on the hub. I get it now. Yeah. I bet you love the cinematography. Damn, I lost Robbie.
No, you did.
Oh, you really got me. you like full on did that. Like I pulled
that bit last night for like 5 minutes, man, until I finally got Fable. It was great. Everybody was like, Robbie's just doing the bit, and they were like, no, I think he's really frozen.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what do you think overall about it, brother? Because you told me you liked 2 better than 1.
I actually do, man, but I kind of like, I've seen it so much that I almost liked 1 this time better than 2, but I do like 2 overall probably better. It's funner to, like, if I'm gonna rewatch any of them, I feel like it's 2 for some reason. I love the sound, I love the music in it, like the Rockstar's music at least. Yeah, it's kind of like a style, like a bluesy rock, you know. It kind of reminds me of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I grew up loving Stevie Ray Vaughan. My dad was a huge fan. Hey, what's up, TK?
Very rockabilly, man. The dude's very rockabilly, you know.
The girls stuff is really kind of goofy to me, but it's not
cheesy, man. I love it. And she's like looking at that fucking dude she's into, and she's just like, so embarrassed.
And then like she's acting shy, but then she's kind of like trying to like play it like overzealous, like she's like awesome or something. It's like, which one is it, girl? Like,
this dude shows up and he just sits there. It's so fucking cheesy. This one was what, 87, right?
He's like
87. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Yeah, 87. Wow.
Here's the thing. It cost $500,000 to make, and it made $1.3 million.
Probably so was made for 250.
If you're telling me that we can double 500 G's, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
But I guarantee, because today I watched the Joe Bob Briggs version, and he said that if Corman said it was 500, that it was probably cut that in half. It was probably 250.
He likes them.
Well, because in Hollywood, like cheap, if you say a movie, oh man, I made this movie for like 10 grand, bro. Does that appeal to you?
No.
And especially if you're
costing an inordinate amount of money to make, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So if you hear a movie, so the more money, the better it sounds. And $500,000, that $500,000 was in the 87 was that's like $2 million today.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like indie films cost even just a few $1 million now. I want to answer Ace's question. He goes, "Did the feathers fly in the pillow fight?" Yes,
they did. And
they were just couch pillows. And so why are the couch pillows the feather pillows? It makes no fucking sense. And only one girl's topless. One girl takes her top off, but she's still wearing one.
It's bullshit because the other girls wouldn't. They wouldn't. I think they were supposed to, and like last minute they wouldn't, or 2 of them were supposed to, and then they flaked. Like and only one of them ended up doing it.
It happens, man. I'm just pissed that we didn't see any dick for real except for the drill in these movies.
I couldn't even pull the freeze on that one. Oh, you're pumped up for that. I'm just kidding.
Just saying, man. If you're gonna throw some gratuitous fucking TNA in there, like how about TA and
Hey, bro, I'm not. I get it, bro. In what was it? I think it's a Ghost Story. That one. They show a dude's dick in that one.
So what do you think about the movie overall, Dylan? You like it, right? What are you saying? We got disappointed. We got sidetracked.
Hey, I was saying that I think
why are we both not on right now? What's going on?
Very cool. I was just doing it because you were doing it, but I think this movie's pretty cheesy, pretty funny at times, pretty stupid most of the time, and I have a hell of a lot of fun with it. I like I said, I probably watched this one the most. I do think that some of the shots when like the killer is like, like chilling in the bedroom, like doorway or something, and there's all the smoke behind him. The cinematography looks really good.
Yeah, it looks almost like an Italian film, doesn't it?
It
almost looks like Argento did it. That's why I have the pink behind me tonight.
Oh yeah,
it was in honor of this film.
Oh, nice. I'm really glad to see though that you loved it so much because I
really did like part 2.
You might hate it, and I'm like, damn, bro, because I'm thinking that like you don't like none of these culty movies. But now it's good to see that you liked it. But the Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 is garbage. So
the music I think is better in Part 1, but I love the aesthetic of Part 2.
Yeah, well, Part 2 is also like just rock music, and it's.
Dude,
I don't know if
it has a whole musical number in the fucking scene before he kills the chick, right?
Yeah.
Like he's dancing around the fucking shit, lip syncing. Like, I love it. You have the cheesy band, and is that your favorite character? Is your favorite character going to be the villain?
What?
Is your favorite character the villain?
Yeah, probably 100%.
That's Atlas. What is it? Illich?
I forget. He's like his father was somebody really rich. If you look at him up,
you're right. The 2 police officers are Kruger and Voorhees.
Yep.
Oh, and it's the main character. I forgot. I never even noticed this, but Courtney and Valerie, their last name is Bates.
Yeah, I noticed that because the one was called like Mrs. Bates, the grandmother or something.
That's dope.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. Yeah.
So he's awesome. He's got this iconic look, the leather jacket.
He's got the Elvis kind of like like Elvis if he would have made it to the 80s.
With the drill, like the drill was excessive in the first one. Let's be honest, right?
This is crazy.
He's on a guitar. Like, go ahead and show it again because you got it on your avatar. Yeah, that's so amazing, bruh.
The drill comes up like farther up too, like that. It got cut off, but it comes up like another probably like foot at least, like legit, and it's a big ass drill, and he's just gutting people with it while he's jamming. He's hitting a solo, gutting the chick at the same time.
The other character I really like is Sheila. Sheila is Juliette Cummins, and she was in Friday the 13th New Beginning. She's the one in the pillow fight that I'm sure you most remember. But I liked her a lot in this movie. I think she actually did the best role aside from. I honestly do think the chick from Wings. That's the main character.
The one that showed her tatas.
Yeah, but Crystal Bernard, who played Courtney, she was in Wings. She actually did a great job performing in this film too.
I thought the girl that showed her stuff was the best actress in the movie as well.
Started that whole thing saying that, but her name is.
I was saying I was agreeing with you.
Okay, yeah, Sheila in the film. I like
that. So continue.
I really am unfortunately sad that I can't get 2 physically because it's in a Scream Factory out of print double feature with 2 and 3 for like $150 to $200. That's unfortunate. But you can watch 2 on Amazon Prime. Is 3 anywhere? Is it on Tubi? I haven't
found it on Tubi. I guarantee it's on Tubi. I think you could probably pick up a DVD set of those. Probably somewhat reasonable.
wound up expensive. That's why I bought this, dude, because Slumber Party Massacre is always that thing that has a very specific audience, and when it goes out of print, that specific audience wants it. And there's always fans that get added. And now, honestly, I think I'm a new fan of this franchise, in particular because of part 2 and the music in part 1. But I love it.
I'm honestly excited to see part 3 because I hear it's like ramped up even more. So I think that could be fun as hell. That's why that's a like movie. And then that's like this guy, he bought Cannibal Holocaust. He's like, I gotta have this because he's like, it's not that I want to watch it all the time. He's like, but I'm scared that once they take it away, I'm gonna want to see it and then or review it or something, and then I can't get it or it's ridiculously high priced.
Like one thing that I think that's interesting about these films is that the directors of both of the ones we're talking about, we haven't seen 3, but they're women, and they get criticized for being women that do this exploitative shit, right? Even though 2 doesn't have a lot of exploitative stuff in it, right? It feels very like on the nose and tongue in cheek when it happens, unlike the first one. But how much of a double standard is that? Nobody criticizes Martin Scorsese for starting out with Corman and doing a bunch of TNA movies, or nobody criticizes Jack Nicholson. Nobody criticizes Joe Dante. So why do we got to criticize the women? It's bullshit. Like, they knew what they had to do to get into the industry, and they did it. And I think they did it with as much style and a satirical nod as they could with what they were working with. The first one is a little uncomfortable for me, but I think it's okay. The music really puts it over the top. But the second one, I think, is not a good film, but rather brilliant. It's a brilliant, not good film. Right, Dylan?
Yeah. And I honestly never even looked at it as a musical. And I guess you're right. It kind of gives that like Rocky Horror vibe, honestly, or something.
There are 3 musical numbers in this film, bruh. 2 by the chick band, and then 1 by the killer.
I always really enjoy listening to the rocker stuff. The girls is a little goofy, like you said.
Well, the killer's always quoting like rock songs too, which
rock is and roll never dies.
Yeah, it's really fucking great, bro. I'm not even kidding, man. And it's like, what do you think? Is he real, or is he real? Is it just in her head? Or is he like what do you think the movie actually is to you?
I think he's probably like her ex-boyfriend, and she's just psycho. Like, she just went from all the trauma and stuff. He's probably just maybe some guitar player too. Maybe he really is a guitar player, and because of all the trauma she's went through, she's just not able to get over it, and she somehow has manifested this, thought that her ex-boyfriend is the killer with his guitar and his power drill combined as one.
Oh, that would be a cool prop to have, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Dude, that would be the ultimate prop. I remember when I watched this, I didn't think anybody ever probably I thought anybody or everyone probably never watched this movie or thought it was just garbage, because I always watched the second one a lot, and then I found this guy's channel, Sinister Cinema Reviews, and he was probably one of the first shows or horror YouTube channels I ever watched, and I still watch him all the time, and he is a huge fan. He's like, if I ever wanted to prop, the ultimate grail for me is that guitar. He's like, that's my ultimate grail. He was a huge fan of that movie, and I was like, dude. Because I never thought there was fans for this movie, honestly. That's one thing. Like, there's so many movies growing up that I don't even know if like people are big fans of them. There's honestly the ones, I know people love The Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain ones like I don't even know. I can't think of any, but the you know what I'm saying? I never knew if people even like Silver Bullet, Yeah,
people like Silver Bullet, man. It's got the Corey in it, but
yeah, that's the only reason I think people like it is because of Corey Haim.
2's got a nice, fun, loose feel to it, but it is an interesting watch, especially if you don't know what's coming.
You could just watch that too. You don't need to even watch the first one. You could just, I recommend you watch the first one, but you don't need to watch it. So like they're very drastically different movies is the thing.
Yeah.
Two, like Robbie has mentioned, like they totally were taken from the Nightmare on Elm Street. The thing is, it feels convoluted where it's like they almost don't know what they want to do with it. Where maybe that it's like, is he a part of the dream? Is he a part of her imagination? But I think I heard that they want it to be left up where you kind of pick and choose. Yeah. And Joe Bob Briggs was like, that's bullshit. He's like, I think they just didn't really know what they were doing and they were trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's art. You figure it out, you know? But I do I'm trying to like, did she go through that much that night for her to go that crazy?
I think the idea is that she always has this trauma. I think the story is about dealing with a trauma that happened. And if you look at it, how the metaphor in the first film is about the fear of a woman losing her virginity, right? And you can extrapolate from that, right? And it's not always a pleasant experience losing your virginity for men or women, you know. Oddly enough, right? For me, it was a pleasant experience, but it was quite embarrassing. But I think it deals with this fear sexually, right? But it also does deal with the trauma aspect. So I think if she could have had all that in one night, yeah, 100%. Like seeing what she saw at the end of the initial Slumber Party Massacre. And I do like that this is a direct sequel, but a completely different film. I think it's rather bold. I think it's rather funny. I don't know if they intended it to be.
It feels like a true sequel, all while also being a crazy sequel that it feels like Nightmare Part 2. While being Nightmare Part 3 at the same time, where it makes sense because same characters and it convolutes where the first one kind of left off, but years later.
Yeah.
But it isn't the same guy. It's this crazy rock star driller killer that's in her mind, in her dreams. Possibly is he or isn't he? You know, I mean, the point is he definitely is in her dreams, but the part is that he comes out, or was he always just real, or did she manifest him out of her dreams, you know, like Freddy? Because it totally takes a lot from Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street was just such a big thing at that point that who wouldn't try and take something like that? That's why I think they try to take like Trick or Treat, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then mix it with Slumber Party Massacre, because for some reason they couldn't get the gratuitous nudity that they got in the first one.
You're so disappointed by that. Like I love it better.
I'm telling you how Roger Corman thinks, buddy. I'm telling you how Roger Corman thinks.
I get it, but you realize the difference between the late 80s and the early 80s as far as that goes.
Yeah, that's why. And because the whatever the ratings board was way stricter in the late 80s than the early. What do they call again? The AMP or something? MPA, yeah. So what do you? I mean, did we really talk about the killer?
Yeah, I thought so.
I didn't know. I feel like we kind of did, but not a lot.
Do you want to say more about him, Dylan? It's your show. You can.
No, I guess we did. Good. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Our third episode. We're still learning, y'all. Don't worry, man. This is so much fun.
So do you want to talk about the music, or are you good on that?
I'm good on the music. Like I said, the music itself, like I like the cheesy music that they're using, the rockabilly music, you know, for the killer and the cheesy.
We touched on everything, just not.
Yeah, you know, but like I like the music, but it doesn't provide an atmosphere.
It doesn't
like the first one does.
No. It's the smoke and the cinematography that creates the atmosphere over
the music. I could see a cut that actually had some of the original thematic musical material into the second one, because with that cinematography in part 2 combined with that music, I think would look really creepy, bro.
That would be a good one. So let's get into the ratings then. What would you give this out of a possible 5? You digs?
I would give it a 3.5.
Wow.
I like it better than the first one. It doesn't make me near as uncomfortable. I feel like it's more of a satirical thing. I feel more of the subtextual nature of the story. I think it resonates a little bit better. It is goofy. It is dumb. It is ridiculous. It's got a very iconic killer. It's a very bold and daring sequel to the original. And I feel like this is something that Corman deserved to be proud that he allowed to be made. And I think that Deborah Brock did a fantastic job with this film. I have a lot of fun with it. It's funny, it's light, but at the same time heavy. And I think it balances it well enough for a bad movie. It's one of the best bad movies I've ever seen, so I give it a 3.5.
Nice. Good rating. Fair rating. For first time viewing, you've only seen it once, right?
Correct.
Nice. Well, I will be giving this like I said, I watch this more. I probably always will. I won't. The thing is, I'm gonna give it a 3. I would have given it a 3.5 maybe at one point, but they're really close, right? Like I really do enjoy part 1. Like I really have grown to like that one a lot more over the last few times I've watched it. Because I've probably watched it 3 times this year. Now we're in 2021, so I haven't watched it 3 times since 2021, like counting 2020. Because there was a time when I just go through Tubi, bro, and there sometimes it'll keep playing stuff after you watch a movie, they put on another horror movie, so it's sometimes I'm just I'll wake up and I'm watching Slaughter High, and I just oh cool. Slaughter High is a good one too. Hey, what's up, Wookie?
All right,
but I think a 3 would be good. I think this movie is fun, but man, one good thing, man, I really kind of was glad to do this because it kind of made me really appreciate part 1 a lot more. I kind of didn't. I just always, I told you before, I was like, it's okay. I never thought nothing too special about it, but I kind of have grown to like it a lot more. So it was kind of cool to. I like changing. It's when you ever go see a movie and you're like, man, that movie was shit.
Yeah,
and then
yes.
then you decide to go watch it, but say if it's a big movie, say if it was I'm trying to think, I don't even know, but say what was it? Let me think. A John Carpenter movie, Big Trouble in Little China. You went to go see that in the theater, and you're like, man, I didn't really even like that. Then you go home when it comes out on theater and you watch it, you're like, damn, that shit, what the fuck was I thinking? Sometimes you're just not in the mood for it, I feel like. And there's been so many times when I watch something and I'm just not in the mood for it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not paying attention to it. And then I don't like it or something. But there is times where movies are just complete shit and you're not going to like them no matter how many times you watch them.
Well, it's important to view a movie with what it's trying to be in mind. And some movies are shit because they're trying. Some movies are trying to be more than what they ever can actually be. And those aren't cool. But some movies aim lower, and sometimes you've got to respect that. I enjoyed this night because I never would have ever had an intention to watch part 2. So I'm glad that you suggested that.
You want to watch part 3 now? I don't know if it's on Tubi.
Yeah, I'll find it eventually. I do want to watch it one day.
I don't think I asked Eric, and I don't know if he said it, if it was on there.
Well, we'll find out one day or not, one way or another one day. So it seems like I like 1 and 2 slightly better than you, but we like them both in the same wavelength. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I think I've seen them a lot more than you, and
yes.
in a way where like I've seen part 2 so much where like I watched, and I've seen the Joe Bob Briggs one a couple times actually, and I just wanted to watch it for more insight and stuff, even though I've seen like so I've seen the movie where it was almost kind of like I've seen this shit, so like I kind of was like, man, I'd rather be watching something else. I still did enjoy watching it though, but that's why I was kind of trying to, I was being a little more serious with it, because honestly I probably would have kept the same stuff as you on a regular day, but it was last minute. And like I said, I kind of wasn't in the mood for these this week, so I kept it more like critic than like fanboy. But so that's why I said our scores were perfect, actually. You know what I'm saying? I think we did perfect scores. So a perfect, what are we, 3.5 and a 3.0. And what do we get? 3.69, dude.
69 dudes. Somehow.
But yeah, man. That was a fun one. So that was a good one to review. And I'm really looking forward to Stuart Gordon next week. You got some stuff you want to show off, my brother? No part 3 on Tubi.
Damn. Well, I figured tonight I would like to do a tribute to DVDs.
Nice, dude.
I've been showing
DVDs.
I've been showing off Blu-rays, and I have very limited DVD. I used to have over 1,500 DVDs at one point.
I got like baskets of DVDs outside.
Yeah, I got a small number, but here's some of the horror ones I have, right?
And then my mom, like, because we had so many movies, like, she started throwing away the cases.
Yeah.
And putting and collating and, like, not really collating, but then putting Christmas stuff, horror stuff, like, in these cases with just the disc. And I hate that, bro, because I love cases. So, like, that's why I've had to restart my horror collection, because that I had all the He-Man stuff all in cases, bro.
My DVD collection is very, very small, but here's my horror ones I have. Basically, really? I
would think you'd have a bigger DVD collection.
No, I've gotten rid of most of my DVDs. You got to get rid of them while they're worth something, man. Yeah, but anyway,
I have more Blu-rays now too.
Gotcha. So here are some surviving ones I haven't upgraded yet. There's Night of the Living Dead, the 90s one, directed by Tom Savini.
I don't even own that, dude. So
there's Devil's Backbone by Guillermo del Toro.
Never seen that.
Oh, it's one of the best ghost stories ever. Speaking of Del Toro, there's my Kronos DVD.
Nice.
That's a great Del Toro film. Right. We were talking about Argento. You know I got to go hard with Italian. There's my Inferno DVD.
Damn, nice.
The Blue Underground one.
Oh, you got the Blue Underground. There's a Blu-ray for that now, but
yeah, I know. I'm going to upgrade eventually.
When you upgrade, bro, let me know. I might have to buy some off you.
There's my Mother of Tears.
Buy some of these DVDs off you.
Dimension Extreme.
That's the last one, isn't that? That's the third one.
Yeah, that's the third one. So, and then here's one I'm really happy. Here's one I'm really happy that I found a while ago because I thought I had lost it. But there's my copy of The Beyond.
Nice.
On DVD. The nice special edition. I love me some Fulci. I love me Italian horror. So we were talking about these last week. So I'm going to go ahead and show them off. I got these 4 all-night horror marathon things. This is Dungeon Masters, Cellar Dweller, Contamination Point 7, Catacombs. Dylan was talking about those, so I got this. And I got the other one that I was really excited to get with What's the Matter with Helen, The Godsend, The Outing, and most excitedly, The Vagrant. So I'm excited to check those out. I did get the sci-fi one too.
Yeah.
It has Arena, Eliminators, America 3000, and Time Guardian.
Eliminators is what I was the most excited for on that, but Arena looks really cool too.
Yeah, I'm excited to check them out, man. And I got this one today.
Sick.
So now I finally got a Jason for my NECA collection.
And that's the one you can like put the knife in his head for real, bro. Like it's kind of hard, but you can.
That right there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to finally have a Jason. So I still want to get
the first Jason I got was the final chapter because
I want to get part 7, but
I was only gonna get one at one point, and I was like, which one should I get? And I ended up going with that one because I was like, yeah, that's the fan favorite most of the time.
Yeah, so that's what I brought.
Then I saw the part 6 one. I was like, I need part 6.
Yeah, I'm really pumped for the part 7 one myself, but that's what I got, man.
So hyped for part 7, dude. That was sweet. I didn't know you got the NECAs.
Just got that today, brother.
Sick, bro. So I got this week just some Blu-rays. Really, that's all I got this week. No figures or nothing. So I got Holliston season 2. This is on Shudder, but season 2 has been I think it's been over 20 for a very long time, and it dropped down to like $14. So I snagged that up because season 1 is really cheap, which I don't even own season 1, but I wanted to grab this while it was cheap because I can get season 1 season 1 is always like $10 to $12. So, but season 2 is my favorite, so I've been watching that like crazy all week. And I picked up this awesome I mentioned this one, the awesome John Carpenter's Big Trouble Little China, and this has some really cool special features on it. Did you flip the artwork too?
Yeah, no, I don't think I did on that one yet. Maybe I did. I don't.
This one has got freaking disc, 2 disc, one with the feature film that has bonus features, and then you got disc 2 that has even more bonus features. So that's awesome. Yeah, it's got freaking Steve Johnson audio commentary. You know, he did the practical effects on here. That's so awesome. I never knew Steve Johnson did the practical effects on that. Kurt Russell and John Carpenter commentary on here. That's going to be a fun one to listen to. Interviews with them. Dean Cundy interview. There's some good stuff on here. This one I got, and this is going out of print. It's already out of stock on Shout Factory. But I've been holding out on this because it's been like $20, and I hate spending, because I've never seen these, but I hear really good things about this.
That's the TerraVision, right?
But it went down, bro, to like $14.50 or $15, 15, I believe. So I had to pick it up, bro, because it's going out of print. It's already gone on Shout Factory, like I said. So, and the TerraVision one, bro, like it's the score. I was gonna play it for you, but I took the Blu-ray out a minute ago, because the score is so cool, bro. It's like the score picks you up and right away. I can't wait for TerraVision. I think they're both Empire MGM Pictures. I'm pretty sure John Carl Buechler worked on TerraVision. I'm not sure if he worked on Video Dead. I know TerraVision he worked on, but there's some good special bonus features on for both of them. So if you have 15 extra bucks, Robbie, if you don't, I'd pick this up or keep an eye out on it. And when you get some money, grab it, because it is going out of print. So it's one of those MGM ones. I hate when you do that shit, bro. So I got some cool Vestron ones this week as well. I got Chopping Mall.
Nice.
And dude, I'm so happy to have this, man. I love the slip cover for this. I wish that they gave you kind of an option for 2, like,
so
double cover, but it's only the one cover. I think this has some cool special features though too, like a making of chopping mall or whatever. Stuff about the Killbots. So this is gonna be fun. I haven't watched this one yet. I've seen the movie plenty of times, but I haven't popped this one in yet and checked any of the features. So this one's gonna be fun, dude. We gotta review this. This is a must review.
Oh, you know it. It's on Amazon Prime too.
Oh yeah. I just had to pick it up on physical because I was getting worried. Like it shows it's running low online, so
gotcha.
That's one I can't not have in the collection. This was another one saying it's getting low, but I'm sure they'll be around. But $20 $10 a piece for both of these. Waxwork 1 and 2. All the talk about Gremlins in this house, bro. How can you not own a Zach Galligan movie? And he's in both of these too. Oh my god, I love these films, man. I love both. I actually have not. I don't know when's the last time I saw part 2, if ever. I think I saw part 2 though when I like in the VHS era, honestly. It's because I don't remember, but 1 was a constant rent for me back in the day. I used to rent 1 like this all the time. So this one is really, and it's got a cool 6-part documentary for the first one, and I'm hyped for this one though, bro. You like Waxwork? This one actually does. The weird thing, it shows both covers on the slip cover, but you can either display the part 1
or 2
slip or part 2.
Nice.
It's a 2-discer. I actually just put in part 1 because I actually was planning on watching both of them tonight.
I liked it when I was a kid, man. So I'd like to revisit them.
It still holds up. I watched part 1 like last year or 2 years ago or something, and they still hold up, bro. They're still good. They're still good. And it's actually really fun to see Zach Galligan because his character is way different than him in Gremlins. Way different. So, yeah, bro, $20, bro, for this. $10 a piece. That's how I look at it for the movies. Totally worth it. And you get a slipcover. So, let me see. So, we got Stuart Gordon week coming up. And Waxwork, that was one of the ones that just came in. So, I got From Beyond. I got Reanimator, Arrow. And I got the Dolls, Scream Factory recently. So I saw this was running low, and it didn't say more were on the way. It said order soon. And it said they're like 20 or less. Now there's like 15 of them. But I had to get Dagon before our Stuart Gordon because I plan on watching this.
Have you watched that before?
A long time ago, and I don't think I didn't. And I tried to watch it recently, and I know the CGI is bad on this, but that doesn't mean that the movie's bad because I know there's practical effects on it, and I know that the time and error, and I know you can only do so much, you know what I'm saying, with practical effects, but I'm really looking forward to watching this week. What do you think of it? You don't like it?
I remember not liking it, but I plan on rewatching it this week.
I don't remember really liking it either.
Yeah.
To be
Same
honest.
thing with Castle Freak. But Castle Freak is interesting.
Castle Freak, I actually do like Castle Freak, but it is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't always remember liking Castle Freak though.
Yeah, it's up and down.
To be honest though, I feel I'm really looking forward to revisiting this. And
yeah, me too, man. I haven't seen it for a long time.
It was like $30 for this too, bro.
But I'm really looking forward to revisiting From
Beyond.
It
was $30 too, bro, and I was kind of bummed about that. But I don't want it to go out, and
sometimes you bite the bullet.
Stuart Gordon stuff, bro, is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with his passing. So I was like, I need it because I got everything else. I need Castle Freak though. I know he's done other stuff.
Have you seen King of the Ants?
I was actually watching a little bit of it just yesterday, bro, and I didn't watch all of it, but it's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that a cool cover though?
Yeah, it is, bro.
This one, it feels like they're gonna try to bring Cthulhu in this.
Well, it's a different aspect of Lovecraftian lore,
yeah.
but
this one has the commentary, the special features alone, I feel like is at least helps me make this worth it. I can't wait to watch it. I hope it is worth it because $30, man. But commentary with Gordon and screenwriter, another commentary with Gordon and star Ezra Godin, got interviews, Gods and Monsters, a discussion with Gordon, interviewed by filmmaker Mick Garris, which that should be really cool. Mick Garris interviewing Gordon, and then an interview with Brian Yuzna, which I always love hearing him talk, and some archival interviews with Gordon and Yuzna and Godin. Vintage EPK featurette. Wonder what that is. Then there's a HP Lovecraft thing in here. So that'll be fun, bro. Don't play with me, bro. So last but not least, the last thing I got.
Damn, how many movies did you buy this week? Jesus.
Dude, well, the ones, a couple of them I got last week, but they came Sunday, so I wasn't able to show them. Actually, it's Chopping Mall, The Video Dead, Chopping Mall, Holliston, and this all came. And then I told you I got Dagon, Big Trouble in Little China, and Waxwork today. But I got this Tuesday, and I got Chopping Mall Sunday too. So I got this. This just came out. This is what I knew this week. And dude,
that's a 4K.
Yeah, bro.
You got a 4K TV?
No, but I thought that if anything would require it, this would. I got a good flat screen TV. This movie, I mean, dude, this is like John Carpenter.
Like, that's the one that you want to have on 4K first is Prince of Darkness?
Yep.
It's weird.
I really thought this one would warrant it.
I'd rather have Slumber Party Massacre Part 2 on 4K.
No, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, you don't like Prince of Darkness?
I like it, but I'm just saying, does it look good on? I mean, I'm just saying, whatever.
Honestly, I think the other one looked because it comes with the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray has all the special features on it, and I watched the Blu-ray. The 4K is darker, but I'm telling you, bro, I needed to have this. I'm glad to have it for the slipcover. I thought this one because this is John Carpenter going for it. Like when he's like, okay, he's watching what the Italians are doing in the horror industry in the 80s, and he's seeing they're going all for it.
He's watching what Alice Cooper's doing.
And he's like, I'm gonna go all for it. And that's where Prince of Darkness comes, man. And this movie is beautifully shot, and the stuff with the green sludge or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I thought this movie would warrant a 4K, and this would be a good one to get for it. I love John Carpenter. I wanted to watch this. I actually want to get the They Live one, but I just recently got the regular. So I'm glad to have this slipcover because I really love that cover. And dude, I don't care, man. You know what? The Blu-ray isn't much cheaper. I think it's a couple dollars cheaper. So to get the 4K,
might as well.
It looks different. It's different. I'm telling you. I mean, and one day I'll have a 4K TV. I have a good TV. It's a 1080p flat screen. I mean, and I have my Xbox is 4K, so I get probably maybe some of it. I don't know. The Thing 4K would be a good one.
I'm not trying to weird stretch on you, Dylan. I'm sorry, bro. I take it back.
That's all you do is weird stretch on me.
That's all you fucking do, man. Prove it.
But dude, yeah. It's a bummer though. This doesn't have a reversible cover. A lot of people were bummed about that because I would have liked to flip the other cover, but I do. I like I'm so happy to have the original artwork slipcover. That's another reason to buy this because you're not going to get the slipcover on the other one. You're just going to get the regular one. So
Dylan's all about them slip covers.
That's why I wanted They Live, honestly, because I was like, I'll get the slipcover for the original cover. That's why Vestron, bro. I've been getting all these awesome slipcovers from Vestron. But yeah, so that was it. And
nice haul, bro.
Thanks, bro. Well, like I said, I was holding some out because I wanted to surprise you with some stuff that you hadn't seen.
You surprised me. Were you surprised that I got those?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, because
but let me know how you like them. I hope you enjoy them.
We'll see if I get a chance to watch any of them. I got to watch a lot of Stuart Gordon this next week.
Yeah, what are you watching? Dolls is on Prime, just so you know.
Is it now? Nice.
Dolls has been on Prime for a while, bro.
Bruh, so have I.
Get the fuck out of here. Were you surprised I got Dagon?
Yeah, man.
I thought it was the one I needed, and I haven't watched, and I kind of wanted to talk to you. What are you gonna watch Dagon this week too?
Yeah, I plan to. We'll see. I got to watch one a night. We'll see what happens.
Well, Reanimator, you don't really need to watch. I mean,
don't tell me what I need or don't need to
do. There's never not a good time to watch Reanimator. That movie's incredible. Yeah. Terror Vision's on Amazon. I thought Video Dead was. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's some good. Amazon has a lot of good stuff for real.
They do.
Which one are you watching tonight?
I'm not watching anything tonight, man. I'm gonna go to bed, bro.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Why?
It's late, man. What are you talking about? What am I supposed to watch a movie after this? I have to watch a movie?
It's only 11. We're ending, and we're not going 3 hours. We're gonna end here shortly.
I know. I'm just saying, bro, man. I'm gonna maybe like put on like some Sports Center. It's gonna. Man, I think tonight I'm gonna put on some Sports Center, eat something, and go to sleep.
You're not gonna watch what is that movie or that show that you always watch lately? The Western one, the kind of Deadwood, yeah.
Not tonight.
For sure.
Not tonight. I think tonight's gonna be Sports Center.
I'm surprised though, man. I thought you would have been really taken aback by the Prince of Darkness, but you're just totally hating on me for that.
I'm not hating on you. I was just asking if you had a 4K TV, Dylan. I'm sorry you took offense to that.
Who says you have to have a 4K TV to buy 4K?
Nobody. I'm just fucking saying. I just asked a question, Dylan. You're the one that took offense to it.
And it comes with a Blu-ray as well.
I don't think this is going to work, Dylan. I can't be here anymore. You're too hostile.
You're too hostile.
The hell's going on, man?
What the hell?
I'm going to watch Sports Center after this stream, Dylan.
I'm going to watch Sports Center. Oh, man.
I'm going to watch Sports Center, and I may even eat a burrito. Who knows?
Nice. I'm going to have some chicken. Well, all right, guys. Well, I guess we'll probably wrap it up. Get an early one. Robbie's tired. He needs a burrito.
And some Sports Center.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out. This was a fun one. Sorry we couldn't do the comics one, but we will get back to that because we did not want to do it without Jay Strick. That one we want to really do with him because that'll just be a fun conversation, and we didn't want to leave him out of that one. So thanks, guys, for hanging out, man. Oh yeah, dude, we really are weird, stretching all over the place. And station, my brothers, and dude, remember. 69, dude.